Hey guys, this is Mana from Mana Goddess, and today, my second speed paint of the year, I'm doing the Meet the Artist meme. I've been seeing it around a lot, and I felt like I wanted to join in. It's been a while since I've done a self-portrait, so this seemed like a good opportunity to catch up on that, plus to just do a tag of some kind, because it's been ages. Honestly, it's been so long since I've joined in some kind of tag. I have lots of them saved, bookmarked and stuff. I just usually don't have the time or the inspiration. There's so many of them, including like Euro Seas, which I have a lot of, but there's so many scenes and I feel like it's so much work and it gets so overwhelming. But this one seemed, nice and simple, and yeah, I decided that I would join in. So I thought I'd take this video as a chance to talk about, or to talk at least a little about, generally what I have planned for, my art, in this year, because, so for one, I made one resolution aside from, just generally trying more art-related things to make more art videos, because recently I've been watching a lot of YouTubers or artists on YouTube, like Drawing with Waffles, who is amazing and super sweet, and she does wonderful art, or Pignet, or Doodle Date, and it's so inspiring to me to see all these amazing artists work and communicate with their fans in such a way, or not fans, with their watchers. Fans to me feels like a weird word, but anyway, in any case, for me, it's so amazing to see these people just, talk to all of these people interested in their art, and showing, in a video kind of what they do. And I thought, it's not much more effort to just record myself when drawing. If at all, it's more like it actually makes me focus on art, since if I'm recording what I'm doing, I can't really constantly switch to my internet browser and go on Tumblr or go on Pet Size Amount or whatever and keep getting distracted, or I don't know, play video games. But instead, it's like, since there's video running, I know that I need to focus on my art canvas. And I tend to be more productive. I tend to just be quicker with getting pictures done. I've noticed in these two I've done. So it seems like, it's a win-win situation. Although, I'll be honest, for this one, you probably won't notice, but I did pause the video for like an hour or two in between, because I was doing other stuff, because I was talking to a friend who's only online for short periods of time most days. So I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna take a break now and talk to him. So anyway, plans for art this year. So make more art videos. I was considering, and I will make a poll on DeviantArt about this to just make a general interest check. I have a folder with all of my old traditional art, like from when I first started back in 2007. Yeah, from when I started back in April of 2007. I have pictures from that far, from that far back. And I was thinking of making a video, like, just showing off the stuff in that folder, because I think, and I noticed this looking at some people's art, thinking just, whoa, like, oh my god, they're so good, and they're at this part of their journey, and I'm, like, so far back, and it's gonna take me forever to catch up. But I think it's important to realize how far you as a person have come on your art journey. Like, look back to when you first started and look at what you're doing now, and you'll be like, oh, that's major improvement. I mean, I've been doing art for 10 years in April, so, something would be very wrong if there wasn't any improvement there. But I think also, for me, it's always, seeing an artist's older beginner work to me makes it more relatable, like, oh yeah, you know, they started off at this point too, so, and now they're here, so obviously that's a possibility for me too. But again, I'm going to make a journal on, a poll on DeviantArt, and, you know, general interest check, and then I'll figure out if I'm going to do that or not. Aside from that, I have a few art ideas. I actually have, a sketch sitting around. It's, I actually doodled it in class because I was bored. I know, shame on me, I need to watch out in class, whatever. I can pay attention and draw at the same time. But, so it's a pencil sketch at the moment, of Talon and Lux from League of Legends, whom I ship. So, in Star Guardian outfits, I'm planning on, you know, I scanned it, and I'm planning on finishing that digitally. I'm not sure if I'll be recording that one too. It depends, because I definitely want to make more speed paints and stuff, but I'm not sure if I want to record every single piece of art I do in that form, because it might get overwhelming at some point. And I have a whole list of art ideas written down. Aside from that, there's also some art I still semi-owe people. I say semi-owe because it's not like a commission or an art trade. It's not like they paid me in any way for this art, but there's a person on Tumblr who makes beautiful aesthetic posts, like mood boards, and they were open to requests, so I requested some, and they actually did like 3 or 4 of my requests, which I found a lot, and they were super friendly, and we got to chatting a little, and I offered to draw a character of his choice for him, and he asked for Blood Moon Shen, also from League of Legends, if you're not familiar. And so that's definitely still on my list. I've been kind of stuck, like, thinking about, you know, a pose and everything. Then there's a picture I've had in my VIP folder for ages, for over a year now, of Lux that I've been wanting to draw, which was originally meant as a gift for someone, but considering it's been so long, I'd feel really bad about it. Like, being like, oh, hey, you know, it's 1 year later, but guess what? I finally finished your gift. I'm gonna think of how I'm gonna handle that. I really want to make more art relating to my OCs this year. I feel like I mean, Felix and Maya, which if you follow me on DeviantArt, you know Felix and Maya. Maya's my OC, Felix belongs to my friend. If you follow me on DeviantArt, you will know that those two get a lot of love, but I have a lot of other OCs that I haven't drawn in super long, and I really feel I should. I also, at the same time, there's some fan art I want to do, specifically League of Legends, mainly some more Talon Lux art, because it's a small ship, and if I'm not gonna make art for them, I don't think anyone else will. I don't think I've met a lot of artists that draw them, so maybe if I make enough art of them, I'm gonna get, you know, people jump aboard the ship and make some of their own. Aside from that, I want to make some, or I'm hoping to create some Steven Universe fan art, Overwatch, which I'd love to play, but I can't play even though I own it, because my computer won't deal with it, whatever. And Stardew Valley. I have absolutely fallen in love with Haley from Stardew Valley, so I would love to draw more art of my self-insert farmer and her, because she's cute. And I have some general art ideas I want to do, but I don't want to delve too deep into that because they're still, like, super fleeting, and I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna do it. But yeah. So, about the speed paint, I'm currently on lining phase. You could see probably that it took me a while, especially for the sketch anatomy-wise, to, like, be satisfied with how that turned out. But, I mean, that's nothing new. listing all the things in my bag was fun. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go with like the what's in my backpack when I go to college, or you know what's in my purse when I'm going somewhere like free of college. I ended up going with the second route. Um, so yeah, listing everything there. You'll see later when I color the bag that I got lazy. I mean, you guys, I think there's a picture on Tumblr what my bag looks like. I just got super lazy and was like, I am not drawing this pattern. Nah, I'm just gonna do blotches of color. That'll be fine. But yeah, my purse is relatively empty, and come to think of it, it might actually be a little, or come as a surprise for some people, the fact that I'm an artist but don't have any art supplies whatsoever in my bag. I do have like a little notepad and ballpoint pen, but I don't know. I don't really. I actually do not carry a sketchbook everywhere. I did for a while, but I personally never feel super comfortable drawing around other people. I feel like drawing, especially, you know, anime and manga styled art here in Germany, it kind of, I don't think it has as much popularity as it does in the US. I think if you know, grab a sketchbook and start drawing in the US and draw like that style, people are like, oh, that's cool. And here it's like, oh, what are you drawing? What are you doing? Oh my god. And it kind of, I don't know, it stresses me. Um, it annoys me, so usually I just try at home. But yeah. I thought for a while what I wanted to put up there on the, you know, general artist info line. I ended up going for, you know, a mix of what all I'd seen with other people. So like nickname, age, gender, Hogwarts house because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, zodiac, and sexuality because that seemed to cover like all the general bases of, you know, like my identity. I don't know if that's the right word, but it seemed to cover, you know, like all the stuff. Um, oh yeah, there was just like a jump. You might have noticed that some colors and some stuff suddenly changed. That was, you know, I paused the recording, and I did change some minor things while it was not recording, so it probably looked a bit weird coming back. Like, why did the image just suddenly jump? But yeah, talking to a friend. Um, Ugh, the arms gave me a little trouble. It took me a while to figure out how I wanted to do that. But worse than the arms was the the connection from like arms to torso, because that's one of those things that I'm still not that good at. I actually paused the recording for a second time to look up some stuff to try around a little because it was annoying me, and I felt like you guys don't need to see 50 attempts of me trying to draw anatomy and really failing. Oh yeah, I added on glasses later. I started out originally without them in the sketch, but, you know, I do usually wear glasses these days, so it seemed like a good thing to add them. Um, I am not super happy with the hands, but I felt that considering it was just like a tag thing, eh, you know, if they're not perfect, I can deal with it. I know what's wrong with them, and I know why they look off, so, yeah. Um, yeah. The hair, I always love drawing hair. It's one of my favorite things to line, even though it's like, it's so many lines. It's always super fun. It's just weird for me, because usually when I draw characters, I give them, like, you know, bangs, but I don't have any. Well, I do, but, like, mine are actually fully grown out. My bangs are as long as the rest of my hair. So it would have been weird, like, drawing them on me. But my hair is pretty long and frizzy. which I tried to represent. I did try in general with the sketch to like get as, or with the sketch I say, with the image to get, you know, as close to real life me as I could, but I feel like there's some things, or it's weird. I mean, I don't mind doing self-portraits personally, but there is a level where it's like where you draw stuff and it's just weird. Where you go into too much detail, or for example, I considered putting some extra lines on the face, and I was like, this looks weird. This looks uncanny. No, I'm not doing that. No. Oh yeah, I think this is about where I paused. Yep. And then came back pretty quick. I just winged it. I don't think it's perfect, but hey. I think this is like the first time drawing myself where I tried to tried to better, draw my actual figure. There is some editing, or from the original sketch to the line art, there was some stuff I did change, but in general, pretty much hits the mark. The legs actually gave me some issue. It took me a while before I was happy with them. Also in the sketch, I changed them around a little. Also, I think off recording. But in the end, I'm pretty happy with everything. And I think, oh yeah, and that was when I noticed that, so I have a pendant that I wear constantly. Like, I usually only take it off to shower or to sleep. It's super important to me, and it's from a friend of mine. And I realized I'd forgotten to draw that. And I think, oh yeah, this is where I start coloring. So, as always, I just use selection source on the lines and fill in a base color and stuff. Oh, and I thought of another dislike. Which, by the way, I try to keep like likes and dislikes somewhat even, but it's easier to think about stuff you like than about stuff you hate. And most of my dislikes are actually bordering on phobias. Like I have it's gotten better, but I have like an experience-based phobia of dentists. And the other stuff like syringes, spiders, just stress me out. It's not like a phobia, but it severely stresses me out. Crowds and anxiety pretty much go together. Like, because I have certain issues with anxiety, I have an issue with crowds and being surrounded by people that I don't know. Yeah. So, right, coloring. Nothing super special here. Like, it took me a while to figure out some colors, but in general, yeah. The coloring phase is pretty fast, and also I had decided pretty early on that I was just gonna do flat colors, because I felt like, I don't know, like by that time I was also I am somewhat tired as I'm recording this voiceover, and I decided, I'm gonna leave it with flat colors, considering it's not fan art or OC related art, but it's just a tag thing. It's not that big of drama if it's just flat colors. Besides, it saves me some time, and I can work on other art, or more likely go play video games. But yeah. So this was in general super fun to do though. Like, it was nice because usually I just paint or just draw people, so actually having like this field of objects that I draw, that was cool. I kind of simplified some things like the key, or like one of the things hanging on my car keys, because I was a little too lazy, and I thought, it's just a visual thing. But for example, on the other hand, my phone, I put lots of effort into. I mean, I could have drawn that a lot simpler. Oh, I just realized I forgot to color something on there. The one weird tab on the phone case should be neon green. Oh well. Oh yeah, here's what you see with the purse. Usually it actually has like a pattern of like plants, flowers, butterflies. It's a gorgeous bag. I love it. But I just genuinely did not feel like putting in that super effort to make that all detailed. Um, this is where I color me. That sounds so weird. This is where I'm coloring myself. I actually color picked the colors from an old self-portrait I'd done, even though I ended up changing them anyway. Like, I color picked the hair color and was like, nah, this isn't right. And ended up, I think, changing it 3 times until I was happy. But, and I think for skin color too, I also changed that. But yeah, coloring's always the fastest part anyway. It's like sketch is usually somewhat fast depending on if I have an idea or not. Like, if I have an idea, it's super fast. If I actually have to think about a pose, or if I don't have a reference, it takes sometimes a little longer. Line art usually takes longest because I don't like it. I do not enjoy line art, even though I do definitely enjoy it more than I used to since I've been using Paint Tool Sai because of the stabilizer helping my shaking hands. But yeah, still not a super big fan of line art. And coloring, which usually is super fast. Though, like, if I actually do proper shading and stuff, it does take a little longer. But yeah, some colors here are not 100% right. Like, for instance, the color I picked for my glasses, it's a little off, but you know, hey, visual representation, blah blah blah. But like for the outfit I picked, um that is actually one of my favorite shirts. At least, you know, when it's not warm. Um because purple's one of my favorite colors and it's a very comfortable shirt. Um Same with the jeans. Uh and I got out of, you know, having to draw shoes by just cutting off my legs halfway down. Always a good idea if you don't want to draw feet. Please do not cut off your legs for real. Uh, and I think I'm just about finished. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, or afternoon, or evening. Bye!